find it really difficult to try and compare. You're buying a promise that the company will look after you when you need them most, and you've got all that fine print you've got to go through. So which
you find it hard, then the rest of us are.
I reckon it's that and mobile phone plans are the two toughest. So which insurance companies are considered the best when it comes to covering your car?
Well, the latest survey from CANSTAR CANNEX shows most of them are pretty good, and customers are generally happy and full of praise about the service. So let's check in with Steve Mickenbecker from CANNEX. Good morning to you. Good to see you.
Morning, Mel. Morning, Koshi.
Now, just explain what we're looking for when it comes to car insurance and then the companies that come out on top.
Yeah, well, Mel, Koshi's absolutely right. Insurance is a promise. When you take a mortgage, you get the money, you buy your house, and then you start making repayments. Insurance is quite different because with insurance, you're acting on a promise that one day, if you need it, if you need to claim, it will be paid back. So that's one of the key issues with insurance. But then there are a number of other features, you know, and they all wrap into it. And let's not forget price. The premium you pay is always critical. So don't forget price. It's very important in the equation.
Okay, so tell us the top companies.
Yeah, well, we did the survey, you know, 15,000 quotes and 39 policies, 30 companies, and three companies came out on top. They were AMI, Budget Direct, and ING, and they all have very strong across-the-board offerings.
I'd have comfort with AMI. I've heard about them. ING Direct is huge financial organisation,
yep.
But then something called Budget Direct, I'd wonder.
Yeah,
they're a new one on the block.
Yeah,
are they good?
There are a lot of new companies around, and you know, little places like Real and Yui and Virgin are doing Australia Post. Budget Direct's been around for a little bit longer than they have, and one of the things that we measured was claims. And when we looked at claims, we couldn't pick up some of the small players, so we can't really make a comment on a number of them. Budget Direct we can, because they have enough market share and therefore enough market share of accidents. And they came up well in the claim survey. But they've been around for a while now, and their claims survey, the satisfaction of their customers was fine.
So have you got a list? Who is the best as far as claims go?
In terms of claims, Suncorp came out on top. And Suncorp, what we did is that we surveyed 3,000 people who'd had accidents and said, look, how satisfied are you on a scale to 10? And Suncorp came out really just a smidgen below the top score, but then it had a number of claims features that really made them stand out, and a number of things that really work for you when you have claims. And some of them are small things like replacement keys and stuff like that. Other things are that you get, if your car's stolen, you get a hire car for 21 days. And that's without extra costs, whereas, you know, in a lot of policies you pay extra. Okay. So there are a number of features that really pip them up over the top and said that their claims experience is a very good one.
Okay. Look, I think a lot of people will find it so complicated you just renew each year rather than go through the hassle of comparing.
Yeah.
How easy is it to compare and to switch, and how much could you save?
Well, look, just renewing is the absolute wrong thing to do. What should be happening is that you get your premium renewal in the mail that says pay us $500. Yep. The first thing you do is go into CANSTAR CANNEX site and look at the options and say, who should I be shopping? And start doing some shopping. What you'll find actually is that when you go into your own insurer and get a quote from them as if you're a non-customer, you'll probably get a better price.
So start with your own insurer?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Now, you do have to go through the process, and the process is a lengthy process, scrolling through screen after screen and giving all the details of history. You can do it online, yep.
Good tip.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Steve, for crunching all that for us and deciphering it. Appreciate it. Good to talk to you.